But you know what? Let's get things started and talk about how we actually met 8 years ago already, back in 2012 at the Jumpoff Battles.
8 years.
It's 8 years already. How mad is that?
That's crazy. So shall I let people know sort of where we met and because
Yeah.
it is a big part of your journey actually in terms of meeting contacts and stuff.
Mm,
So Monday nights in London at the Scala
it was,
was
yeah.
for the jump off and a legendary, iconic night, I would say, because there's only a few club nights that really own a day of the week.
Mm,
And if you're out in London on a Monday, there was only one place you were going, and that was the jump off. And I've got to give a massive big up to Harry, our
yeah.
obviously Manny Norte and Charlie Sloth on the decks that hosted it. And so I was privileged to be a judge there. And what it is a talent night, but I would describe it as a hip hop ghetto version of Britain's Got Talent with sort of Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. But to be
Hmm.
fair, even Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out is quite polished for TV. Jump Off was raw,
It
and it
was.
was a hard crowd, but a beautiful crowd. And it was a talent competition for 4 disciplines. So it was the dance competition, which I thought was one of my favorites, all the breakers and stuff. The legendary MC battle, where a lot of people's feelings got hurt on the night. Then we had the producer battle, which I thought was the most difficult, and that was the one that obviously we met and you were part of, which we can talk about.
Yeah.
And the now infamous working booty shake competition that they would do at the end, which I know nothing about. I would leave early before
Yeah.
then. So, yeah,
Me too, so don't we?
but yeah, so I was judging on a couple of nights, and one of those evenings you were part of the producer battle.
Hmm.
And I suppose, do you want to let people know kind of the format of it? Because it was quite an intense 5 minutes or 2 minutes for you, actually.
Yeah, so to even get to that stage, we had the kind of like the prelims, didn't we? Like kind of like the audition stage where it was yourself and a couple of other judges were there to obviously judge the talent. And for the audition stage, it was literally create a beat in 2 minutes using sounds that, well, at that time actually was using any sounds you wanted on Logic, I think it was at the time. So literally had the audience say yourself, the other participants as well, dancers, MCs, producers, all there watching you on the spot. Charlie Sloth was hosting as well, and the audition literally was to create a beat on the spot in 2 minutes, and then yourself and the other judges, I think the audience and as well were judging kind of their favourites on the night, weren't they?
Yeah.
And that was, I remember you picked mine as your favourite, didn't you? I think I remember.
But,
Yeah, which I can't think of.
I can only imagine how difficult that was because on the night you've been given a specific set of parts, certain snares and certain bits of instruments, and for anyone, even in their own home, to put that together in a few minutes' time and actually create a beat and let it grow and breathe, and people think, you see people nodding their head,
Yeah.
think, okay, it's gonna go, and then you add a little extra element to it, and no, I can see straight away that you obviously technically and all from a music background, because I thought you were thinking quite outside the box in the way you put it together, and that's the reason why at the time I would put you through. But the pressure that you must have had, because you're doing that, but then literally you kind of got that gladiator style audience down at you. And it's a Monday night. Sometimes it's a rainy Monday night, so people were there like, okay,
yeah.
And it's not easy, and you're trying to make eye contact with them as well. And no, I thought you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
The final, but then someone else won the final? I can't remember now.
Yeah, so it was me against Jay Weathers at the time on the live stage. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, who's, for those that don't know, he's worked with people like Wiley and Ed Sheeran and so forth.
Yeah,
yeah, brilliant producer. And also after the audition stage with you and everyone else there, I think about 2 weeks later, I got the email from the Jump Off crew saying, "Well done, you made it through. Excellent. This is your date for in a few weeks' time. Come down to Scala." And when we got to the main stage itself, like you said, we had 5 minutes only. But that time it was slightly different because, yeah, it was slightly longer. Still 5 minutes, but instead of using sounds that were just like using any sounds you wanted, we had to create sounds that they provided for you. And I remember that as part of the producing package, you had to use a sample of theirs that they provided for you. And I remember I got too excited. So when I was walking up to the stage, I literally just pressed the keyboard straight away. And Rap Six was like, no, don't stop, wait, just wait a minute, man, wait, relax. So that was, like you said, there's like that kind of gladiator stage of everyone watching you. And like you said about the audience, the Jumpoff crew, the Jumpoff audience, as much as I love them, they will let you know if you're doing brilliant or you're bombing it really hard.
Oh
And
yeah, it's a definition of honest feedback. Yeah,
it
you're gonna
is.
get. I mean, to be honest, I've never actually asked you this question: why you decided to put yourself in that situation and be part of the Jump Off?
You know what it was? Because obviously I was producing a lot at that time, and I wanted to take my production career further. And I knew, obviously, I knew a lot about the Jump Off. When I saw they were advertising at the time on Twitter saying that we were looking for dance crews, producers, MCs, and so forth, I look, this is actually a perfect opportunity for me to take my career further and work out of my comfort zone. And obviously, I looked into it, saw what outcomes other producers had from America, because I know that obviously they came from America over to here. And I knew that some of the producers that did it in America, they went on to work with people like Jennifer Hudson, to these huge artists. And I thought, if I could do something with the Jump Off here and hopefully take my career further, then why not? So I applied for it, did the auditions, it went really well, and then did the main show itself. And thank God I did, because obviously I would never have met you. So
Well,
once,
no, you had to do it, and I commend you. And I mean, I don't remember you being that nervous. I mean, were you nervous? Was it ever in your head that, oh my God, this is going to feel everyone booing, like, ever? Like, you didn't
you know
seem to have.
what? You know what? It's kind of weird because I get more nervous before the actual main performance itself. And obviously, I knew that I didn't know the sounds were, but in my mind beforehand, before the main event itself, and even when I was waiting there on the sort of the rafters of the show itself at Scala, I was just literally just trying to relax myself and think of ideas on the spot, thinking, okay, I know I'm good at melodies and piano. Hopefully, I can use that in my production. If not, let's try this way maybe. And being a classically trained musician, I'm used to performing live in front of audiences and, doing exams in front of obviously examiners. So that pressure of people watching you, I kind of used to that already over the years. So
Yeah.
I kind of brought that kind of mindset into the production side. And don't get me wrong, it's still bloody difficult. Obviously, don't get me wrong, but I thought, you know what? I kind of brought that mindset to it. I literally just zoned out, focused on the engineer next to me and the sounds that I had. Thinking, look, focus it all out, zone into my sound. Did what I did, and I thought I did really well on the night. Obviously, I didn't get through to it, but I thought I did pretty well considering I only had 5 minutes on stage and I made
No,
a little bit out of it.
crowd appreciated you, and you did really well. And I mean, as judges, we had that pressure as well, because like you said, you had that, not conflict, but that balance between us trying to spot talent and get them through to the next round, who we think could progress. But obviously, you had the crowd influence that wanted to be entertained.
Yeah.
And some of those things weren't necessarily aligned, because I could see a more skilled rapper that if I was A&R, I would sign them or invest in them. But sometimes you'd have a less skilled rapper that just suddenly says something about their mom, and everyone. And at that point, in your heart, you want to go with option A, but the crowd want to go with option B.
Yeah,
So
of course.
it was all love, but sometimes if I went option A, we'd get the boos, and
Yeah.
again, it was all fun.